Hello, welcome to, for biology, chapter 1, lesson number 5. In lesson number 5, we will be dealing with biology and the future. We'll be dealing with biology and the future. We'll be dealing with biology and the future. In this unit, the key concepts that we will come across will include understanding biology. Understanding biology can help you make informed decisions. The main ideas will include the first one: your health and the health of the environment depends on your knowledge of biology. Your health and the health of the environment depends on your knowledge of biology. Then we will have biotechnology. Biotechnology offers great promise. Biotechnology offers great promise, but also raises many issues. And lastly, biology presents many unanswered questions. The first one that we will be looking at is your health and the health of the environment depends on your knowledge of biology. Should brain imaging technology be used to tell if someone is lying, for example? Should for example, technology be used to tell if someone is lying? Should brain imaging be used? Should brain imaging be used to tell if someone is lying? If someone is lying. Is an endangered moth's habitat more important than a new highway, for example? So these are questions which normally come as we continue living our life. So should an endangered habitat be more important than a new highway? So, depending on your knowledge, you will either choose to have a new highway or you will choose to preserve the endangered habitat. So the choices will be made depending on your knowledge of biology. If you don't have enough knowledge of biology, you will choose having a new highway. It is not only important to the biologists, but it is also important to the whole community. So you might vote to have a new highway, but in the long run, the whole of the habitat will be destroyed. Because we know that in nature, normally, in nature or in an ecosystem, all parts are interlinked. So if it happens that a portion of it is destroyed, then this will affect the entire ecosystem. As we said, a system functions only if all the parts are functional and at the same time they are in a working order. We looked at an example of a car in the previous lesson, and we saw that a car, though it has many parts, or is made of many parts, so a car is made of many parts, but no one part can be operational and move the car, can be operational and move the car. And move the car. So it means that all these factors are important. All these factors are important. In order for the car to move, all the parts have to come together and they will have to work together. In today's session, we will look at biology and your health. We will look at your health, and the health of the environment depends on your knowledge of biology. So what we mean here is that if you are not knowledgeable about the biology, then it will be difficult for you to make the right decision. It will be difficult to make right decision. So it will be difficult for you to make the right decisions. So what we mean here is that, for example, what you eat or what you drink is related to your health. What you eat and what you drink is related to your health. So what you eat and what you drink, what you eat and drink is related to your health. Is related to your health. So when we are talking about what you eat and what you drink is related to your health, we are talking about nutrition. We are talking about nutrition. In this case, you need to have a balanced nutrition. Balanced diet with required nutrients. With required nutrients in order to grow healthy. If it happens that you eat a lot of proteins or you eat a lot of carbohydrates and forget about minerals, then your body is at risk of getting problems. Even as today, people no longer have problem in identifying the importance of vitamins. The vitamins are labeled on our products, but still people don't go for the labels or don't even read what is written in the labels, and people end up having these deficiencies. So people end up having malnutrition. Malnutrition may be overnutrition. Might be overnutrition. Might be overnutrition. Or eating too much, which might lead to obesity. So obesity is regarded to be about, people who are obese in the United States alone is believed to be about 60% of the entire population. So if 60% of the population are having this problem of diabetes, of obesity. We know that with obesity is life-threatening, in that the consequences of obesity may include risks, and these risks are very many. Some of the diseases that may come because of this would include someone suffering from, for example, risk of diabetes. Risk for diabetes, risks of diabetes, or maybe stroke, or heart attack, even in some cases, breast cancer, colon cancer, and so forth. So breast, sorry for this, breast cancer, colon cancer, and so forth. So I will write here. So we have here, sorry for this inconvenience, breast cancer, breast cancer, and many other diseases which are related to overweight. So breast cancer, colon cancer, and so forth. Biology can help you understand of all these related issues. Apart from this, there are many other problems like food poisoning, or maybe contamination of water, or maybe other problems that we might be having that we could not be knowing unless if we knew or we had knowledge of biology. So to understand the effects of knowing biology, we need to look at all the levels of biology at many levels. For example, we need to look at all these problems squarely. We need to look at all these problems squarely, like we need to know the different parts of biology which may include genetics. So we need to have the knowledge of genetics. We need to have knowledge of genetics. We need to have knowledge of genetics, molecular biology, or chemical, So we need to know the chemical, genetic, and cellular level, for example, in order for us to make lifestyle choices. I will take an example. In this case, cigarette smoking, if you know how it affects your health, then there is a big high chance that you will stop smoking than if you don't know the effects. The effects, as we saw earlier, may involve problems with your lungs or low levels of monoamine oxidase, which of course will affect the mood and so forth. So the next thing that we are going to look at is biology and your health. Biology and your health. So if we look at biology around us, we also have to put in our mind that biology directly affects our health. So in what way does biology affect our health? It depends with either making right choices like getting good nutrition, getting enough rest, and even exercise. So all these are known to affect our health. If we carry out exercise, then our health becomes better. If the environment around us is polluted, if the environment around us is polluted, all of us will be affected. Biology and our world. Biology and our world, or the world around us. Biology and your world, or the world around us. Think of biology and think of how it affects your life. Imagine if you go into the environment and you find that the organisms in a wetland are having deformities. These deformities may be due to many different reasons. One of the reasons that someone may think about is maybe environmental pollution. Here I mean pollution by chemicals. Chemicals may include heavy metals like lead, uranium, and so forth. Apart from this, someone may also look at the environment around. What type of activities are going on? So you look at economic activities going on. Maybe there is a factory, a sewage treatment plant, or even a change in genetic formations by inducing new genes. By inducing new genes. So if it happens that new genes or gene pool has been introduced and it affects the other organisms in the ecosystem. So for scientists, they will look at all these informed in order for them to make an informed decision. So in order for you to make an informed decision, you have to go back into the drawing board. What I mean into the drawing board, I mean you have to come up with questions. Ask yourselves questions. Form hypotheses. Test them through experimentation, or even observation. Analyze the data collected and draw conclusions. So as a scientist, you have to go all this scientific method in order for you to come up with an informed decision. It is up to everyone to make decisions based on evidence and conclusion from many different sources. We cannot just depend on somebody's thoughts or imaginary theories.